Instagram has fixed a problem that has been plaguing us for a while, and it has to do with your Instagram stories. You may have noticed if you're somebody who posts your stories throughout the course of the day, the more stories you're posting, the lower your reach is going to be. And Instagram has announced they found a bug in the system, and they've fixed it. There was actually a flaw in the algorithm system where if you posted more than one or two stories, you were actually getting truncated reach. They were not showing it to people, actively not showing it to your audience. And so a lot of people returned to a space where they were only posting on their stories once or twice a day at a specific time, like early in the day, and then not again until 24 hours later, because they couldn't get the reach, because they were not reaching their following. Instagram has now fixed it, so you can post as much as you need to. So if you're somebody who takes people on that parasocial relationship with you throughout the course of the day, and you start early in the morning, and you tell them what you're doing, and you go through your afternoon, your evening, the things that you're learning, and the things that you're doing, and the places that you're experiencing, you now have the ability to reach your audience properly again. So previously, if you posted something and they looked at it, they weren't going to see the rest of your things. Now they're going to see those new things at the top of their screen as you are posting them if they are active with you. Now keep in mind, just because we have access to reach again doesn't mean people are going to go through all of your stories. So if you're somebody who's posting a lot throughout the course of the day, if you are not highly engaging and giving your audience what they want in the way that they want it from you, your later posts probably won't get the views that your early posts do. Because for a lot of us, we're willing to go through a handful at the beginning, but if it gets long and it's not related to us and it's not connected to us, I'm not going to sit there and click through 30 different screens just to give you numbers. If it's not relating to me, I'm going to move on to the next thing. I'm very cautious about my time, and so are most users. So you have the ability to post throughout the day, but you've got to make sure it's engaging to your audience. And that comes down to knowing your audience really well. What do they want to see from you? What do they need to see from you? Do they need to see your salad at lunch? Probably not, unless there's a reason for it. Maybe your audience really, really loves that, but most audiences are not going to want to see your lunch, or they're not going to want to see your car ride. They don't want to see the clouds from the car as you're driving, unless there's a point to it. So be decisive about how many stories you're posting. We're not posting just to spam post. We're not posting just to get people to look. We have to make sure it's relevant to our audience, and giving them good quality content will keep them clicking through it. Because if I go on somebody's account and I'm following them because I'm following their dog's Instagram account, I want to see what their dog's doing, and you are at some kind of event and you're like posting throughout this dock diving event, getting ready for it, actually doing it, the awards that you've won, the travel, all of the behind the scenes, I am gonna click through 30, 40 of those because I wanna see that type of content. So be judicial about what you're putting up and how you are doing it, because it's going to make or break how much engagement you're going to get, which then goes back to the algorithm. Because if you are just spam posting and people are not going through it, they're going to start kind of truncating that reach again. Instead of being the top circle that they see on their Instagram, it'll be way lower and they're gonna have to scroll to find you. So keep in mind with the algorithm, if people are going through the majority of your story will be ranked higher for that person, and they're going to see it when you post. If somebody goes through one or two and then clicks away and doesn't go through the rest of them, you're going to be ranked lower, and they're probably gonna have to swipe a couple times to find your circle and go through your stories. So make sure you're giving relevant information to your audience, good, interesting, and then as you're building a relationship with them, you can start posting more and more, depending on who you are, what your brand is, and how you do things. Just because you have a massive following doesn't mean you have to be posting 30 times a day. You can be posting once or twice a day and do really, really well. And just because you have a following of 20 people doesn't mean you can't be posting 30 or 40 times a day if those people are highly engaged. So pay attention to what they want, be smart about how you do this, and test the algorithm. But now they're not going to truncate you just because you've posted a lot of things. If they're truncating you, it's because your stuff is not quality for your audience, and your audience is not interacting in a way that tells the algorithm to show you more. So be smart about how you do this. You can level up with your Instagram stories, but we no longer have to fear posting more than once or twice a day because they've removed that bug in the system. Instagram has dropped quite a few announcements this week, so make sure you follow along. I usually drop these videos the day things happen, because as soon as things happen, I sit down and I film them and I put them out for you, whereas most people take days or weeks to tell you about these new features and functionalities on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So if you want to stay ahead of the game and learn how to build your community and create content way easier and way faster, this is the channel to be on. We'll see you in your upcoming episodes.